WNBA. Let's go. Fast break, no fear, we play to win. Strength and power, let the game begin.
Welcome, everyone, to discussions of the East Coast to the West Coast. And I'm Grandma Mo.
I'm Lisa DCT. It's been a while, hasn't it? You forgot.
I know. We've had some issues and stuff, but everything's
Life-
okay now. And
Life is lifing.
life is life, especially it's in our 60s here. Anyway, so we have March Madness in full swing. We have the first games of the Sweet 16 going on today. We've had the CBA for the WNBA ratified. Everybody signed everything.
Right.
So we also have the expansion draft, which last year was in December.
Right.
This year, they're going to have to whip all this stuff out. So you have the
So
expansion
far
draft for
behind.
Portland and Toronto on Friday, which is a week from today.
Yep. The third.
That's going to be, there's teams that are going to lose some players. Just like, I mean, it was pins and needles, wondering, with Golden State. Like, I was thrilled with the players that the Valkyries
I know.
got. And everyone was like, oh, this team's going to suck. I'm like, no, they're not. So what do you want to talk about first? Want to talk about the Sweet 16
Sure.
games?
Sure we can.
Okay,
Sure
so
we can.
looking over here at my little schedule. So,
Yeah, you got it all right up in front.
okay, it looks like we have what today we have Notre Dame and Vanderbilt. That's at 11:30 Pacific time.
Right.
Is that the first game? Yeah, it looks like it is.
Yeah, it is.
And then 2 o'clock, you have North Carolina and UConn. These are, of course, Pacific time. And then 4:30, you got Minnesota and UCLA. And then the final game will be LSU and Duke. So, yeah, that makes sense because you're going to have 8 games. So you'll have
Right.
4 today and 4 tomorrow.
Correct.
So one of the things I decided, even though it's a 5-hour drive, I'm not looking forward to it. I decided to, since I have Monday off, that I was going to go check out the final game in Sacramento. So I was hoping it would be UCLA, but the fact that UCLA is playing today means they're playing Sunday.
Right.
If they win against Minnesota, they'll be playing on Sunday. So the other games will be tomorrow. You have Louisville and Michigan. That ought to be a really good game. Then Texas and Kentucky. Kentucky might be able to give them a game. And then Oklahoma and South Carolina. And that Oklahoma won the last time they played in overtime. So that ought to be interesting. And then our Cinderella, Virginia, taking on TCU. So those are the games tomorrow. So the winners of those 4 because the South Carolina is in the Sacramento region, the winner of the South Carolina Oklahoma game, and who is the other one in the region? They don't have it by regions here. Trying to think of who is in that. Isn't it TCU and no, wait a minute.
I'd have to look at the chart. That's how I go by it.
Yeah, I just have the schedule in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't have the bracket. I can't remember who it is. Anyway,
So
but
you'll be there.
whoever, if South Carolina holds, what do they call it? Chalk,
Yeah.
they'll be playing Monday. So they'll be playing, whoever's going to be playing them will be the game that I'll be able to see.
That's
'Cause
fun.
Yeah, I decided to go. It wasn't too bad. I got a ticket. I got a ticket in the lower level for $95,
go.
which that's reasonable, and it's kind of in that lower section, and I got right in the middle, but it's back on like in row S or something. So
That's all right. It's
anyway, I'll
perfect.
get to go. I don't usually do it too often, just because it's such a hassle. I live pretty remote, so. Anyway, but I'm looking forward to it. I was hoping it would be UCLA, but a
I was
game's a
going to
game.
say that. That's your team to go all the way.
Well, I don't think Texas or South Carolina can beat either UCLA or UConn. I think UConn's just way too tough. But they could falter, you know. I doubt it, but they could.
They
But
could.
the only one I see even giving them a shot is UCLA. And everybody, it's interesting. I'm listening to a lot of the shows and stuff, and everybody's kind of really hesitant about UCLA. And I think it's because they lost in the Final Four to UConn so badly.
Yeah.
But the thing they're not factoring in is that's the first time UCLA made it to the Final Four.
Right.
So when you have a bunch of college kids and they're in a new environment and it's, you know, it gets scary. It's like, oh, you know, and they don't know how to handle it. So a lot of times that first time you make it to that level, it's like you've bumped it up a level.
Yeah.
You're either going to shine or you're going to be like, oh crap, you know, this was crazy. And you can even hear the players talk about that. It's like, oh, well, there was a lot going on there. You know, a lot of this, and they get distracted. And I think that's why if you listen to Corey Close, their coach, she's talking about just the game in front of us. That's all we're paying attention to. We're not turning on our phones. We're not, because she knows that's what happened.
Right.
And if you look, like Lauren Betts scored 26 points. Lauren Betts showed up last year. It was the rest of the team that was, they were like, because I watched them and they were like before that and they were hitting threes, and you had you know, just the other players just played really well. But when they got up against UConn in that Final Four match, the other players just were, you know, deer in the headlights.
Yeah.
And I think they learned a lot from that. Will they do it again? Who knows? And I think that's what people are like a little iffy about about UCLA. And it's like,
Right.
well, why don't you feel that about these other teams?
Right.
I mean, South Carolina got killed by UConn too. Not, I mean, didn't they lose by 26 or something
Yeah. I
in
think
the championship game?
it's probably just coaching. You know, I think if your coach says, you know, let's stay away from the social media aspect of it, because nothing's changed over the years,
Yeah.
except for the fact that teams have gotten bigger and bigger, and now who's on TV, who's not. That's the choking part of these teams,
Yeah.
is they've gotten the limelight a little bit. Back in the day, forget it. There
Yeah.
was still pressure, but it wasn't the pressure of the whole country's looking at you now.
Well, I mean, I've gone to quite a few Final Fours, and, you know, those gyms were packed.
Yeah.
I mean, they were packed. It was like, I mean, I went to 2004 and 2005 when UConn was in it, and it was like those gyms were jam packed. So
But you weren't on TV,
you weren't on
and
the Final Four they would put on TV, but no one made any kind of big deal about it. And
right,
which, except for the people that were really involved.
right.
Um, so anyway, any thoughts on that?
On I just think if each team stays off the internet, listens to the coach, doesn't allow it to all consume you, how you don't have that happen when you've now branched out with NILs and endorsements and all kinds of stuff. UConn is all over our TV here for
Yeah.
commercials during the scope of the game.
Hmm.
It's Gino. It's like Bigelow Tea. It's another something. Everything is a Yukon commercial, all the way
Oh,
down
wow.
to attorneys. I'm like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
So I think, some of that pressure, not for Yukon, because they're kind of used to it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They're
They're
used to
they're used to that. I mean, they expect to be in the national championship game because they've
right.
done it over and over and over again. So it's not, there's never a deer in the headlights for them.
No,
And even if one or two players is, the rest of the team is like, this is just, brushing your teeth.
small potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's their culture. That's what they've built.
yeah,
And it's like these other teams, you have to get past that point. You have to experience that and then get the next step. But the problem in college is that, okay, like UCLA, they got 6 seniors.
right.
All 6 of them are probably going to be drafted into the WNBA. most
I
likely.
know I was watching the last games in each of the arenas for some of the teams and
Hmm.
how emotional, except for
Oh
AZ
yeah.
Flood. AZ Fudd, she didn't do like a Paige Becker's walk off hug the coach. She got out early and just sat there and waited till the game was over. Because she knows that her going forward, that everybody's saying she's going to go first. I don't know. I love her, but I think there are a few others that may tip
Well, it
prior
depends
than
on
her.
what Dallas wants.
Right.
You know, you have Awafam. I briefly have been able to watch her, and she's
Yeah, I
very
didn't.
athletic,
I
but
didn't
she's
even know
six
who she
four.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, no, someone had like pointed her out or whatever,
Right.
and I'm like, okay, let me see if I can find some clips on her. And she's very athletic and six.
Mhm.
She's like Dominic Malonga,
Right.
but she's instead of 6'6", she's 6'4". And then you have Lauren Betts. Lauren Betts not as fast, but
Fast.
you
Yeah.
know, you get Lauren Betts down near the basket and she's scoring. You know,
Right.
so it's like, okay, what do you want? And you know, one of the I saw Corey Close interviewed, and she goes, it doesn't matter if you go first. It matters if you go to the right team.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
who wouldn't want to go to the Minnesota Lynx? You think the Minnesota Lynx are going to pass up on AZ Fudd if Dallas doesn't take her?
I know.
She's a 3-point shooter. I mean, Kayla McBride is getting older. Like
Yep.
she's going to need to. I
So is
guarantee
Courtney
you,
Williams.
they're getting older. It's like they need guards.
Yeah.
Fee, how old is Fee? Fee's around 30, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a little young.
She's
Well,
29,
that's
30 something. But I mean, your athletic peak is between 27 and 32.
yeah, we know that.
27 and 32, you still have that. I mean, 27, you're just starting to get your up here, and you're just the whole mentality of the game, and your athleticism is hitting its peak. And then
Right.
as you get more towards 32, that you have so much smarts by then and so much just experience, and your athleticism is starting to, you know, you're on the downside of that hill, but you're
Right.
still, you know, it's just,
That's why I think the benefit, although they got injured, Easy Fudd and Paige Beckers had that fifth year to mature a little
yeah,
bit. Audie Crooks is thinking about, should I stay? Should I go in the draft? And I'm thinking, please don't go in the draft. It's way too
she's
early
got to,
for you.
she has got to drop like 50 pounds.
Yeah,
And
she needs to really,
you see her
they
play defense?
crucify her. They
Oh, she would
crucify
get
the
just
poor kid.
smunched. Yeah.
But if she had the right trainers,
Yeah. Oh no, I mean if she dropped the weight, oh my God.
yeah,
But I mean she plays defense like this. She stands in the
yeah,
key and goes like this. I'm like, "Oh my
yeah.
God."
And she's
You
like,
know,
I
Asia
think
Wilson's going to
I'm
look at you and go, "What are you doing?"
she's like, I think I may go in the draft. I'm like, no, don't. I'm
No.
telling you, that extra year for AZ Fudd and Page did them well because they mature.
Oh
And
yeah.
then you have that brief period of time because it goes by quick
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does.
for you
So,
to learn the trade. Yeah.
yeah. So, just one of the things that we talked about before we came on, University of Rhode Island, my alma
Yep.
mater, we lost Tammy Reese, which pissed me off. To frankly, oh my God, I'm like, I
Yeah.
understand. I understand from her perspective. I get it. Okay, you want to go to the SEC, but you just built the team into getting to the NCAA tournament. Like that's why not stay? Do you think Gino took over UConn when they were just he stayed and built that into a monstrosity.
Yeah.
It's like
Pat Summit. You got to
same
stick
thing. They
around.
were doing people's laundry. I mean,
I know.
it was
Nobody sticks around. I know.
so frustrating. It's like you finally got it to the point, like, okay, this is where you start. Okay, now you win another, and but now she's got to start over in Florida
Yeah.
just because they're gonna pay her more. Like, I get that, but I mean, I looked up her salary. I'm not gonna say what it is, but pretty easy to live on that salary, even at Rhode
Exactly.
Island. Do you know how
Take
much a
that
coach
job.
made when I was playing?
I think you should take that job. Put the dogs in a
I called
vehicle.
him.
You're
I
good.
called him.
And
I said, hey, if you can't find anybody, I'll throw my hat in the ring, even if it's for a year or two. Holy
good for
crap. I
you.
don't want to see
That's
the program
awesome.
drop off. Not that that's even feasible. They're not going to even look at me,
Hey,
but I did talk to somebody.
yeah, there you go.
I was
Cool.
expressing my alumni frustration, and they're frustrated too.
Nobody, because nobody has any, that they don't stick around. Everybody's chasing the coin. And you know what? When you get to be a certain age, you realize the coin isn't going to help you that much.
Well, I mean, if you can't live on almost $500,000, I'm not going to say
Right.
exactly what she made, but I looked it up.
A
You can
lot.
look it up. There's Google. She was making almost $500,000. And like, if you can't live on that, like, come on. Like, why not build it
You
into
pissed
something really,
Maureen off.
she was getting there. And it's like, okay, it's a mid-major. So make that mid-major a powerhouse. But
Exactly.
that's what happens. You get these coaches that just they leave. And it's like,
Yeah.
but you just got it to the point where it's going to break through
Right.
or possibly break through.
Right.
Because
It's
then you're going to
frustrating.
have players that go, hey, I want to go there. Like if I were, I mean, if they seriously considered me, I would be like, hey, look, if you're going to sit in the bench at UConn, hey, come here. You could be a star. You could
Right.
be a starter, and then build that. And all you need, like, look at Vanderbilt, for instance. Vanderbilt got Caleb Lakes. Great player. That's all you need. Now next year, how many people that are in the portal are going to say, "Hey, I want to go to Vanderbilt,"
Yeah.
because they pushed it through to the point where the players want to come. I mean, Gino probably has to turn away players. I
Oh, I'm
guarantee
sure
you he's
so.
turning away players every
I'm
year.
sure so. So you need is a good team behind you. You could coach it,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, well, it was funny. I watched, did you see her Tammy Reese's press conference
I
for
did
Florida?
not. I did not.
I was listening to her. I'm like, oh my God, I coached the same way she coached. And it's, because she was a point guard, so was I. And it's just pound, 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 and defense, 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 and then shoot, shoot, shoot. Because basketball is a simple game. You play defense, you play disruptive defense. It's the same thing. The Valkyries, same thing. Disruptive defense.
Yep.
And then you just work on put the ball in the hoop.
Right.
Put the ball in the hoop. The teams that win put the ball in the hoop. And it's like, okay, disruptive defense and just because all this other crap doesn't mean anything. It's like
Right.
I would be like, I can't even go into it.
You'd be a great coach. I think they should call you.
Well, I spoke to the secretary for the athletic director and said, "Hey, I'm an alumni. I played in 80 to 84." And she was like, I was like, "What happened?" And she goes, "I know." She goes, "We're everybody's upset about it." And I'm like, "Oh, I just don't want to see the program just falter off." I mean,
Yeah.
it took them, I mean, nobody knows about this because they didn't keep records back then. But
Right.
when I was playing, if there was a 64 team tournament, we would have made the tournament that year.
Yeah.
But you had to win your conference. And we were, we lost to Penn State in the finals of the Atlantic 10 my senior year, and then it was over. So that emotion, it's so funny, the emotion that you see. I mean, I start tearing up because I remember how that felt. I remember losing that game and all of the three other seniors that were with me, we all like just hugged each other. Like
Yeah. It's hard. That's
it's
hard.
over. At least the players now know there's a WNBA.
Yeah. And I was thinking of you because in the new contract, imagine if you were in the WNBA. They're going to have recognition payments. Did you see
Yes,
that?
I saw that.
You'd be
Well,
getting
it's only
paid.
one payment.
No, well, yeah, but you'd get 30K because you'd
Yeah.
probably be in the 5 to 7 year range.
Oh, I don't know
50,
if I'd make it 5.
50,
I was
sure you would.
35 years old
Listen,
when the
I
WNBA
would have,
started.
no, I would have handed you a crutch. I would have made sure you could stayed in there for the freaking 5 years to get your 30K. Um, 50K for if you're there for 8 to 11 years, and 100K 12 plus years.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least they get something.
Yeah. Well, I was watching Brianna Stewart on The View, and
That was great.
someone was saying, those players didn't make much money. They need that money.
Right,
That payment for those players. I mean, they were making, $40,000.
right.
It's interesting when the tryouts happened because they had the ABL too, and they had a San Jose team. So I'm living in Marin, which is just on the other side of San Francisco from San Jose, and but I've got a career by now. I'm 34, 35 years old, and I'm like, oh man, should I go try? And I thought about it, and I looked, and there was one player that I saw that I played against that went for one of the tryouts.
Yeah.
And I think she played for it's 40 years ago. Um Fordham, and she was a great scorer, and she was out there. I saw she was out there, but she was a year or two older than I was. And I thought, oh man, I thought, okay, I'm going to give up. I'd have to give up my job, which is pretty secure, and to go and try this. And I'm this old, and I had already torn up my knee. And I thought, nah, this isn't a good idea. I mean,
Yeah.
but boy, I sure thought about it.
Yeah, you did.
It's like, finally, now I'm too old. Like,
Yes.
crap. Like, why couldn't I
Oh,
be 10 years younger?
yeah, looking back, well, we all felt that way. We absolutely
Yeah.
all felt that way.
Yeah.
But did they say, did you hear that it's 500K for the first draft pick?
Yes. First round draft pick gets 500K.
Wow, I didn't realize that. I was like, is that right?
Or the first draft pick, the
Just
number one
first
pick,
draft
and
pick,
then it
yeah,
drops as it goes down. So that's a benefit. But you know what? If you make all rookie team, you're going to make that anyway. I mean, you could
right.
go way up. Like Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark are, instead of making $76,000, are going to. I mean, this
Oh,
next year they're going to make.
yeah. I think
You know,
Asia Wilson, let's see, the average salary, the minimum salary for 2025 was 66,000. So
yeah,
this year it'll be 300,000. The
yeah.
minimum salary jumped to 234,000. And then, of course, Caitlin Clark being her. I saw her on the sideline of the Lakers games. Did you see her? She was a
No.
photographer. She was taking pictures of
Oh,
LeBron
I
James. I was
did
like,
see a picture of that. Yeah,
nice. And a lot of the teams for the W will be moving to larger venues
yeah.
because this
I
year
saw.
they're going to switch
Yeah, I
around.
saw Atlanta's moving some of their games to the big arena there in Atlanta because
Yeah,
they have
they're
that
still,
tiny little place.
oh, it's like being
It's
in
like,
a
what are you
gym.
doing? Like, I would never want to play for Atlanta with that kind of a
I
like.
know. I know, you're right. They did try one thing. First of all, women's college basketball for ESPN was the biggest season since 2008, 2009, which I thought was cool.
In what
But they
way? Viewership,
uh, viewership and
overall viewership, or
yeah,
per game? Well, they
overall,
put it on. They
yeah,
didn't put it on
exactly.
before, so it has nowhere to go but up.
And did you see the LED courts? I did
I
see
didn't
that. Now,
see
I
that.
personally was like, that's stupid, but what do I know? But it had LED glass so that they could change like sponsorships and stuff during the games. Too confusing with all that
In the
crap.
floor,
Yeah, it was an
they're playing
LED
on
floor.
glass.
And somebody slipped and they kept sliding. And they got one player got hurt and they're going
That's
back to
why I'm
wood.
saying the floor glass.
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense.
they're going back to wood.
Yeah, they should. I can't believe they
That's
even
that's a
attempted that.
brainstorm. Trying anything to get all them endorsements in.
Oh my
But
God.
they're trying different things. Yeah, but it's going to be exciting. Tonight's a good night for you.
Yep.
Who you looking forward to seeing?
So we have, let's see here. Today we have Notre Dame's playing Vanderbilt. That ought to be a good game.
That
You
they're
have
all going to
two
be really
top
good.
guards going at it. Well, because I don't know if like because some of the shows that I've watched, they think that Hidalgo is going to be on um, Blake's, but I think Vanderbilt wise, I think
Yeah,
Galvin's going to take um, Hannah Hidalgo.
you do.
Yeah, why would you tire out your scorer on defense playing Hidalgo?
Right. That's true.
We'll see what happens, but I would
Right.
think she put Galvin on her. Maybe it'll be a cluster of stuff, of different players. Uh, because if you stop Hannah Hidalgo or limit her, you keep her under 20 points, Notre Dame loses. It's only when Hidalgo goes off, but she can be so emotional. That's my thing on Hidalgo. I don't trust her because she can go like this.
Yeah.
She's not this.
Got to rein it in.
She's this.
Yeah.
And she's gonna. I mean, that's been sure, but she's what, a junior this year.
Yeah.
She's got to learn to control
sure.
that.
Right.
But she steals the
Again,
ball.
if you had the right coach, that wouldn't even be allowed. You don't see any nonsense, and I'm not just
Yeah.
saying
No, I
because of
get you.
UConn, but they don't allow that crap.
Yeah, but I think I've been questioning why that's why people left Notre Dame last year.
Mm,
They didn't want to play with her anymore.
right.
I mean, why would Olivia Miles leave? Like,
Right.
okay, that doesn't make any sense. And they're like, okay, there must be something going on there.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe not. I'm not going to speculate that that's happening, but why else would she leave?
Right.
That doesn't get anyway. So you have North Carolina and UConn. You think North Carolina can give them a game
Yeah,
within
I think
20?
they can.
I
Yeah,
do too. I think they
I
can
think they
give.
can. I
I
really
think
do.
they can. Yeah, I don't think they're going to win, but I think they can at least keep it under 20.
UConn's so great
Yeah,
defensively.
they're just
They're
their defense. That's that crazy disruptive defense,
yeah,
and they come out with you like a tiger attacking, and you're just like, oh my God,
yeah,
and
they can't even get the ball out of bounds.
they can't, and so they build that big lead, and then they just cruise.
Yeah,
I mean, they keep the defense going, but it's that attack that happens, and that's what gives. If you can withstand that attack, there's been a couple teams that have withstood it for the first half, and then they're out of gas because it takes so much effort to withstand that.
it's exhausting. Yeah,
It's exhausting. It's exhausting watching it. But yeah. Anyway, so then we have Minnesota and UCLA.
Mhm.
They've played before. I think UCLA beat them by like 15 or 20 points when they played them
I'm
last
going
time. I
with
have to
you,
look that up.
UCLA.
I don't. UCLA is just too tall.
Yeah, I'm going with them.
Every player, I think, except for Ledger Walker, every player is like 6 feet or more. And you know, if they get it into, if they hit their 3-point shots, or if I fully expect Lauren Betts to be just like, this is my senior year. No one is getting in my way. I mean, I almost am getting that feeling from her. And all season they have kind of deferred to the other players. It's like, okay, it's not all get it into Betts and let her score.
Right.
And there's more movement, and she's been passing the ball really well too. So I don't see Minnesota beating them,
I
but
don't either.
I don't think it's going to be a huge blowout or anything. But all it takes is somebody to not shoot well. If
Right.
someone's shooting well and someone isn't, it's over.
Well,
Uh,
as you very well know, that's what it has been so far, but that's the way the league runs. It has been blowouts. So when we finally get to the point where now you're in the Sweet 16 and games are going to get a little tighter,
yeah, yeah, and that's
that's
going
when
to
it gets
happen.
fun.
Yeah. So then the final game today, Duke and LSU. That ought to
Yeah.
be. That's offense versus defense, and see who wins.
Sparkles. Sparkles.
Sparkles. She's
She,
our
I,
age.
she
Kim
is
Mulkey is
our
the
age.
same year as me. Kim Mulkey
It,
is born the same year as me,
same
and
thing,
I've
right?
watched her my whole
I
life.
could see you wearing that outfit and going
Oh my
just as
God, no
crazy,
way.
going just as crazy as she is. I could see
I'd be
it
going as
happen.
crazy, but not. You wouldn't ever
No,
catch me
I could
anything
never
from
see you get that crazy at all, ever.
her.
She's
I don't.
pretty, she's pretty like It's fun to
No,
watch.
I'd never be as crazy as she
No,
is.
you never
As
would. I
animated,
love
not
you.
crazy.
No,
She's just
animated. There we go.
yeah,
Animated. Yeah.
yeah. She
I,
did something last year where she was like, something happened. And I just cracked up laughing when I saw this. She like is near the scorer's table there, right?
yeah.
And something happens and she just flaunts herself backwards onto the thing like, oh, like she's acting and like some
That is what it is. From the
oh my
moment she
God, I
steps on
thought,
the
what
court,
the hell was that?
I can see you now. I'm telling you. That's
And
what we
she's
got to
only
do.
5'4", so she doesn't have to fall like, someone taller would fall right over the thing. But she just
Yeah.
kind of leaned back on it like, oh, I'm
It's
just
it's kind of like watching Carol Burnett coming down the stairs with the big curtain rod. There's just this overly dramatic
oh,
on
just
every
crazy.
play. I know. Makes
Just
for
crazy.
entertaining TV. And then
Okay,
you go, meanwhile, back to the game.
I know. I know. It's like, it's just like one of the things they always said about officials is great officials, you don't notice them. They're there,
Right,
they do their thing. They don't become part of the game.
right.
Same can be said for coaches. You
Exactly.
shouldn't be noticing the coach. You should be noticing the players.
It's her all the time.
I know.
Exactly.
I know. Anyway, so who do you these four games, who are you picking? So
Well,
first up, Vanderbilt, Notre Dame. Who do you got for that one?
I'm going with Notre Dame.
I'm gonna go Vanderbilt.
I know you are. That's why I went Notre Dame. I don't
Vanderbilt
want
has
to
had a
get
couple of games where they were really they got their butt handed to them, but
yeah.
I don't know. I trust Notre Dame is just too. Although they both have been playing well, so but I'm going Vanderbilt on that one. I would love to
Okay.
see Vanderbilt and UConn.
Okay.
Anyway, so you got your next game, UConn, North Carolina.
UConn.
UConn for me too. Under 20 or over 20?
Over 20.
You think they're going to blow them out too?
I think they're gonna blow them out, but well, anything over 20 is a blowout, huh? But
Yeah, it is.
yeah, it's. I think they'll blow them out.
Yeah, they probably will. Okay, Minnesota, UCLA.
Going with UCLA.
Yeah, me too. I think it'll be at least 10 points. Not, I don't think it'll be 20, but who knows? We'll see how
That won't
determined
be a
UCLA
blowout.
is.
That
I
won't
don't
be a
think it'll be a
blowout.
blowout, but it should be over 10, I think. So Duke and LSU.
With sparkles.
You're
Let's see
going
if she does.
LSU?
Oh, I want to see if she does another dramatic moment.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there'll be
I'm gonna
plenty.
have to find some kind of Valkyrie crazy kind of look for you to be able to wear.
Oh, I
Let's
got
see.
my Valkyries on right
Yeah,
now.
there you go.
My
We gotta do.
Valkyries.
We gotta. Okay, I'll send you some of those sparkles. What were those things called back in the day? You used to punch them in.
Sequence.
Yeah, but
Isn't it
you
called
had a certain.
sequence?
Yeah, you had a
Glitter?
certain kit that would punch it in.
Oh,
Bedazzle. We'll bedazzle you. Boop, boop, boop. I
no.
see it now. No,
No.
you're not
No.
bedazzling. Don't feel that. I'm not bedazzling either.
So
Yeah,
Duke and LSU, what do you think? LSU?
I'm going with LSU, but I think that one's gonna be really close.
I don't know. I'm I my head tells me LSU, but
Yeah, it's gonna be
defense
close,
wins championships. And
right?
LSU's so, they score the 100 points against the bad teams, but they've lost some games against the better teams, and Duke is a better team.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go LSU too, but I don't know. I'm not confident in that.
The only reason why I'm going is because of Sparkles, but I got to be honest with you. Like Flage, she's incredible. One of these kids that know they're moving on to the W, what's the incentive other than okay,
Oh
moving
yeah, I
on?
would think you
Yeah.
would want to win a national championship,
Well, you would want to, of
and you
course.
definitely want to make it to the Final Four.
That game's going to be tight.
Yeah, well, I think it's either going to be a LSU will overcome their defense and it'll be a blowout, or it's going to be down to the wire.
I'm going to even go as far as to say that Mulkey will be ejected in the fourth quarter.
You should go on that. What is that new program now? You can bet on anything.
Yeah, I'm going to say
Uh,
that.
I think
She
it's with a K.
will,
I can't think of what it is, but
and she will walk her sparkly self off the floor for a round of applause.
right. So tomorrow we have Louisville and Michigan. That's going to be a really good game. Who do you got
Yeah,
for that one?
I'm going with Louisville. Here we go.
Michigan killed the last. They won by like 90 to 50, I think. Something like that.
Yeah,
Michigan is it's so interesting because I watched quite a few Michigan games and they went into double overtime with Oregon earlier in the
I saw
season
that. I saw
and
that.
they couldn't hit a foul shot. I think they shot like 50% from the foul line. I was like,
So
"Oh
bad.
my God, what are you doing?"
So bad.
But boy, they've looked a lot better lately. And Michigan is the only team to get close to UCLA and UConn.
Yeah,
They're the only team to they brought it within three.
I know.
I think
I'm going with the underdog. You know
there you
me.
go. Yeah, well, they're a three seed. I'm going to take Michigan on that one.
Okay.
I'm not, I think that one's going to be down to the wire. Because I think they're both really good teams. So, next game you have South Carolina and Oklahoma.
South Carolina.
Yeah, I think South Carolina too. But, Oklahoma beat them the last time they played
Yeah.
them.
These, like I said, these games are not going to be like the others.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's going to take an all-out knockdown drag out from Oklahoma to get the win. Because South Carolina's was probably going to be like, "Oh no, you're not beating us again. We screwed up. We're going to put our foot down on the gas," and that could very well happen. Or you could Oklahoma may have their number,
Right.
but we're both picking South Carolina for that one. Okay, so next game, Kentucky and Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas for me too. I haven't seen Kentucky play much this year. They've kind of been up and down from what I've seen. But Texas is a strong team.
They are.
They score more. Last year they were all defense, and this year they've been scoring more. So I don't know. But I think Kentucky can give them a game. I don't think that's going to be a blowout or anything.
Oh, I think that one will be close as well.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah. So next game is TCU and Virginia. Our Cinderella team, Virginia.
There you
I
go.
do not, I can tell you right now, I do not trust TCU. I have seen them play quite a few games. Olivia Miles is very good, but she can get in foul trouble.
Right.
The the thing for me, they have two players, not just one, two players that are 6'7". I am baffled at their coach. He recruits all these players to come in. He's like the one and done, and he just grabs the best players he can possibly find and puts them on. He did it with Sedona Prince and Haley Van Lith, and they made it to the Final Four. Or no, did they make? Yeah, they made the Final Four last year. If I'm that coach, I have 2, 6, 7 players. I'm putting them both on the floor at the same time. Do a
Yep.
high-low. Like,
Agreed.
oh my God, what are you doing? I don't trust their coach.
Yeah. Use the body. Use the body size.
Imagine Olivia Miles could just throw stuff up. She could just run around, and then you have Suarez. She's a good 3-point shooter, but I watched them play a couple games ago, and boy, they almost lost because they weren't shooting well. And Olivia Miles got in foul trouble. It's like, but you have these two, and they're good. They're decent players. Silva and what's the other woman's name? Anyway, they're athletic. They're 6'7". Put them on each block. Oh my God.
Right.
I watch them and I'm like, what do you have two players that are athletic and 6'7". Why are they not on the floor at the same? He only subs them in and out for each other.
Yeah, well, that might be another job for you.
How are you going to cover that? There's no other team that has two 6'7" players.
Right.
How are you going to cover that?
You can't.
And you have a really great point guard in Olivia Miles. She can get either one of them the ball. And then you pass into one, pass to the other one, get it down low, just whoop over there, up, easy too, every time. But you never I like puzzled. What the hell, man?
This is why you're going to be awesome in Rhode Island.
Yeah,
Great,
it's
because I
not
can just drive to see a coach. That's an awesome. There we go.
It would be kind of cool. I thought about it because I
I'll take
thought
care of your dogs. No worries. It's okay.
it's funny because I thought if I were to ever leave California, the only place I would go would be Rhode Island. I loved Rhode Island.
Oh,
It's
Rhode
beautiful
Island's
there.
awesome. It is
It's
beautiful.
beautiful there.
I used to go
And it was a
every.
nice campus. And, I lived in this beach house. Did I ever tell you I looked up the little tiny beach house I lived in for $90 a month?
Wow.
You know how much that house is worth now? It
I
was
can just imagine.
4 houses from the ocean,
Yeah.
in Little Bonnet Shores there.
Yeah.
That little tiny house, I swear to you, is no more than 600 square feet. $600,000. It's worth the same as my
Wow.
100 square foot house here in California.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God. The houses down the street there were over $1 million. The ones, if you got one house closer to the ocean. And I used to walk down there. I remember the America's Cup they had in going around Jamestown
Yeah.
that year when I was in school. And I would go down, I just take a walk down to the rocks and sit on the rocks and watch the America's Cup go by.
Yeah.
And or I think it was the America's Cup. I mean, you're talking 40 years ago, but I always thought, oh boy, if I ever went back there, it'd be like, oh,
Could
I liked Rhode
happen.
Island. I hated the snow, but
That's what I was gonna say. I'll buy you a nice hat, little pair of mittens. You're ready to coach. Send her in. That'd be awesome.
there's a part of me that's like, oh, I'm raring to go. I could go. And then
Yeah.
there's another part of me that's like, oh crap, no.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
Oh, I could do it, but I don't know if it would be a smart thing for me. I
Why
mean,
not? Why not?
I coached for 9 years, on and off. But one of the things that happened was anyone who knew who I was back there, nobody knew me here in California when I moved to California. So it was just kind of like I couldn't just go, hey, let me get an assistant job here at Cal, at Berkeley or SF State or some school here. And I mean, I started out at this little Division 3 school. It wasn't even Division 3; it was below Division 3, and there was a barn. The basketball court was in a literal barn, and I made $1,000 to coach that in a college team. That's what started me. And then it was just like, it's just too expensive to live. You couldn't, I mean, I was trying to filter it in and I'm working for the post office.
We
And
should do a three-line Zoom. Get somebody on. We'll pitch it. This is who you need. We'll get them on here.
I sent the recruiter because the lady sent me an email and I just said, hey, look, I'm chomping at the bit here. I'm retired. I don't have anything holding me back now.
Yeah.
My working career is done but who's going to listen to someone our age?
Get her on the Zoom. Listen to you. What are you kidding me?
No, I mean Kim Mulkey and Kim
Look
Mulkey's
at
the same
Gino.
age as me. Same
Gino's
exact age.
older
Yeah,
than
but she's been
us.
doing it her whole life.
You could do that. Oh,
Oh no, you're not ever going to see me do that. You would
Just lay
never see me do that.
Just lay across the scorer's table, kicking your feet, a little bit of tantrum. We'll teach you. You could do it.
No.
I have full confidence in you. Throw a chair, something. I know.
I don't know.
I'm voting on you. I think you should get them on here. Three-way Zoom. I'll get you the job. Well, I'm ready.
I'm nice and comfy out here on the California
I
coast.
know
So
you are. We need to
I'm
make you a
very
little more or
comfy.
less comfy. Look at you out here. It's all right. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, could happen. Could happen.
Oh, there's always a snowball chance in hell. Not that I'm, there's a part of me that i- if someone actually did call, I'd be excited beyond belief and then also terrified at disrupting my whole life.
Yeah, but isn't that life? That is
Yeah, it
life.
is.
Can happen in other ways. That would be a
Yeah.
good thing. If you're gonna
Well,
get
I'll tell you
disrupted,
that like 1 year salary would pay off my house.
exactly. That's what I'm saying to you. Here, I'll get you the job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even for a year, I'd be like, hey, yeah, sure, it'll pay off my house and then
yeah,
some.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. And you could do it, and you
I
wouldn't
could.
leave.
That's the thing is, I would have to be, you know, brought up to speed on all this NIL stuff and all the
Yeah, but they would hit that. That's
there's
small.
other people that could handle that
Yeah,
stuff. But yeah.
absolutely. You'd have a team.
Yeah.
The
Anyway,
glam squad. Oh
the
my
glam.
God, imagine Doreen when you get the glam squad and you're wearing that. Can't wait.
She'd be like hounding me every time, like, what are
Yeah,
you doing?
what
You
happened?
need new glasses. You need this.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh
I could care
Lord.
less.
Right there with you, my friend. So
Yeah.
let's see how our predictions turn out.
Yeah, you
And
want to well, I'll be traveling on Monday, so Monday won't work.
yeah,
Want to
whenever you're available. You're traveling,
Tuesday.
good for you. Oh, that's right, you're traveling for the game. Oh, you gotta please take some video from the games.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be
Yeah, I'll
great.
send it to you. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'll take some pictures and some videos and stuff.
yeah, that'd be
No, it'll be
great.
fun. I'm
You'd
hoping
have
it's
a
not,
blast.
Sacramento can get really hot. So
Yeah.
I don't know at this time of the year. Let me see. Um, because my mom said it was in the 80s. My mom lives there.
I
So,
was gonna say, what do you
um,
care? It's not like you burn. Just kidding. Like next time we film, you like beat tomato. Oh
oh,
God.
I know, especially since haven't really been in the sun that much. Hmm, let me see here. Sacramento.
Our
There we go.
weather is so menopausal. It's like the other day,
It's
60, today.
63 right now in Sacramento, which isn't
Oh,
much different than right here.
that's
Um,
nice.
yeah, 63 if it's in this, okay. Oh, at 3 p.m. it's 80.
Yeah, but you have
Monday says
oh
cloudy,
Monday.
75.
There you go.
55 to 75. That's what I'm looking at.
There you go.
It says we have some rain. No, no rain there. I think in our forecast here, we were going to get some rain.
Bring some sunscreen.
Oh, I'm not going to be, I mean,
Pasty
the
Paley.
parking lot I got is 7 minutes walking distance from the
That's not bad.
arena. Rain Tuesday afternoon here. We're getting some rain.
You don't need rain, do you?
No, we don't. Um, I think
Aren't
all the
you?
reservoirs are really full.
Yeah.
Let's see, Tuesday, it says Tuesday afternoon rain, Wednesday rain, couple showers. A couple showers doesn't mean much. That's like a sprinkle.
Right.
There's a couple showers late on Wednesday and couple of evening showers on Thursday, and then we're into sun. And that'll probably be it for us until late October. It does not, I mean, we'll get, there's always this freak kind of rain that comes in June or July. Normally
Yeah,
in California,
mudslide.
it is no, I mean, this is one of the reasons I moved here. It's like you could plan anything and you don't ever have to worry about rain. Like
Right.
from basically now until late October.
Right.
But there's always like a 2 or 3 days where in June or July where all of a sudden we'll get a rainstorm. And there's no thunder and lightning out here because there's no humidity.
Right.
So it's like Okay. Anyway, you know, one of the things Tammy Reese said in her thing was, she goes, well, I couldn't leave my house for 3 days. She goes, I like Florida sun. That was part of the reason why she left.
That's no reason. Come on.
It doesn't last very long. I mean, I always hated the snow too, but which is
Yeah,
why I
listen,
left.
they have red light therapy.
But
That's
it's way
ridiculous.
too hot and humid there. You have the other end of the spectrum there in Florida.
Well, like I said, there comes a time when the money doesn't matter.
Well, you know, I mean, I haven't seen. Let me see if I can, if they put that on there.
You know, she's gonna say shoulda, woulda, coulda. Too
Well, she
late.
could go into a really horrible situation down there, and she had a good one. Um,
Wasn't big enough of a venue for her. She thinks she's moving up.
well, I mean, you're going from the Atlantic 10 to the SEC, and I get that. Florida women's basketball coach salary. Here we go. $950,000. So it's $1 million. She doubled her salary.
Right. As I said, for the coin.
She signed a 5 year, it says she was hired at University of Florida, signing a 5 year contract with an average annual salary of $950,000.
Good for
She had
her.
a 10 year. I might as well just tell. She was making $450,000
Yeah.
at Rhode Island. 10 year contract.
She went for the coin. We're gonna get you that contract. 10 years.
Hey, I'd do it for a year and, just see where it goes after that. Like
Yeah.
I would just say, hey, look, give me a year, see what happens. And if it doesn't work, gives you another year to find somebody instead of trying to find somebody in, lightning speed. Because they're going to
Yep.
have to find somebody within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, that sucks.
And
When you're a player, that really sucks. It's like,
and then how many
you
of these
ditched
players,
us.
and then like, okay, well, who's going to leave? But
Yeah.
there's some interest, with this whole transfer portal. That would be the kind of thing like I'd be like, okay, you're leaving Tennessee, you're leaving. There's good players that are leaving some programs that
Yeah.
I've noticed already, and it's just like, hey, you want to be a star here? Come here. Come here and live on the ocean.
Yeah.
Go to school on the ocean, you know?
I would pick Rhode Island over Connecticut.
Well, if you are not like I mean, Connecticut has all these underclassmen. Are you going to get any playing time there?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I would. There's just
And it's
you
driving
wouldn't.
distance.
You
Rhode
wouldn't.
Island, URI to Connecticut, Yukon is driving just,
Right.
what is it, an hour and a half?
Yeah, I would say
It's
an hour
back
and a half.
roads because Yukon's in the boonies up there.
Yukon's is kind of like trying to get to your house.
Yeah. Well,
You
no,
know?
it's worse getting to my house. You
Yeah,
just have
you're not easily findable. I told you. I'd have to parachute out of a helicopter.
well, by plane, it's really easy to get here. Oh, anyway.
Anywho,
Okay.
so we'll touch base again and
Tuesday. You want to do
on
Tuesday morning?
Sure.
Because then the
Absolutely.
whole thing will be over. All the games have been played by then.